friends, in this video what I am going to tell you about position vector, and this topic is also related to the engineering mechanics course. It is chapter number 3 of RC Hibbeler, written by RC Hibbeler, that is engineering mechanics book. So what is position vector? Let's start with, and I will tell you how can you find out the coordinates for the 3D system. So let's have a start. What is position vector? Position vector straight line having one end fixed to a body and the other end attached to a moving point, and used to describe the position of the point relative to the body. As the point moves, the position vector will change in length or in direction or in both length and direction. So let's take an example over here. So let me go and select my pointer color. And if you have any point anywhere in the space, so you have to take it with some origin. And if you have this point, this is point P. So what does it mean by that? If it is in on the it is lying on the two axes. So its coordinates will be x comma y. But if it is lying on three axes, so its coordinate will be x, y, and z, and its origin will be 0 and 3. If there is three axes, so 0 comma 0. So this is the way you have already studied in your grade 11 and 12. So how can you find out the position vector? So now what we are going to do. So first of all, we have to find out the coordinate system. And how can you find out the coordinates? So let's move to the next slide. And on this slide, what I am going to tell you, it's a cuboid. A cuboid lies on the coordinate axis. So you can see over here the point Q has coordinate 5 comma 3 comma 4. I have taken this picture from any on the in an online video. So you can see over here we have the length for the Q. If you have the coordinates given to you for the Q, so we can easily find out U, P, R, S, T over here. So let's start. First of all, I have to write it down. What are the coordinates? So 5, comma 3, comma 4. In this question, you can see in the previous video, I told you in RC Hibbeler, what it is taking, that this one is Y, this one is X, and this one is the Z axis. So according to this is X, Y, and Z. So right now what we will do, let me tell you, I am going to cross the axis given in the question. So let me cross it. This is not X, this is cross, and this Z is cross, this is cross, and this Y is cross. So right now what I am taking over here, this is Y axis, this is X axis, and this is Z axis. So according to this is the value of X, this is Y, and this one is Z in this case. So let's start. For example, you have to find out the coordinates of P. So what are the coordinates of P? So let's start moving from origin. So you will move towards up till here. So on the y-axis, how much amount did you move it? On y-axis, value of y is 3. So what does it mean by 3? So y should be 3. You have moved y 3. And you have to raise the point, and that is parallel to z-axis. So what is the value of z here? 4. So what will be the value of x? So there is no movement here and there. So this will be 0. So what about t? It is very simple. Let me tell you. For example, you are moving from origin to T point, and T is exactly lying on the Y axis. So we should put the value of Y here, that is 3. The other coordinate should be 0 here. I already told you in the previous video or previous lecture. Okay. Let me take another pointer. No. Okay, Marviman. For example, if you have to find out the coordinates of y, so you have to move from origin up till here, and it is just lying on u is lying on the z axis. So what is the value of z? That is 4. So what about other coordinates? 0, comma 0, xy will become 0 and it will become 4. So keep it in mind, I have changed the x's over here. One more thing. Now it's about u. Now let me find out the coordinates for r. R is exactly lying on x-axis. So there will be the value of x because origin to r distance will be what? 5, comma 0, comma 0. Okay, done. And what about s? What about s? When you move from origin till here, so x value will be here. X is 5, and then you will move till here parallel to y axis. So the value of y will be here, that is 3, and there is no value of z that is equals to 0. What is left? We have find out all the points, but one thing is left, this point. So for example, I am going to give its name a. So if you have to find out its point, this point a coordinates, actually we were finding the coordinates of this point you can see over here. This is t. This point is t. This is s. This is r. So what about a? A will be, you have to move from here on the x-axis. So value of x will be 5. Then you have to move upward on the z-axis, parallel to z-axis. So the value of z is 4 axis. And what will be the value of y-axis? Because this point is exactly lying between the z-axis and the positive x-axis. So it will be 0. Y component will be 0. So you can easily find out. You can see here there are so many questions over here. Write down the coordinates of P. Write down the coordinates of point T. Write down the coordinates of the point S. Write down the coordinates of the point R. Write down the coordinates of the point U. So you can easily find it out after watching this lecture. Hopefully it will be clear to all of you. If you have any question regarding this, how can we find out the coordinates, so you can write in the comment box. So let's move, or let's see what are the other questions on the slides. So you can see here there is a car and it should have to be lifted. So many problems in real life involve three-dimensional space. How will you represent each of the cable forces in Cartesian vector form? So what you have to do, you have to find out the coordinates of point A, point B, point C, and point D. So let's have a start. One thing you have to keep in your mind, that there is the origin. This is the origin. And this is 3 axis coordinates, so it will be 0. And you can see it is same because I have taken this example from the RC Hibbeler. So what we are going to do, we are going to take purple color, and you can see how can we find out the value of point A. So you can see this is origin, and when we move here, so which value will get it? We will get the value of negative y. This is negative y. And when we will bring it here, so it will be positive x, so it will be minus x. This is positive x, and this is positive y. And let's see, one thing is left, that it is z upward. This one is z, so there will be downward negative z. So let's take red pointer, and now we have to find out the coordinates of point A, B, C, and D. So let's have a look. For going towards the point A, you have to move from origin till here. And this line is exactly line on the positive x-axis, so there must be positive x value. So positive x value is what? It is 6 meter because it is parallel to this. So it is positive 6 meter. Then you have to move here to here, and it is 4 meter, and this is parallel to negative y axis. So it will be minus 4. And there is no value because the point A is not raised above and below to this point. So z component will be 0. So now we are going to find out the point B coordinates. So what will be the B coordinates? So let's have a look. Here, how can you move on? So let me take another pointer color, and this is black. We have to move it like this. So it is parallel to 6 meter. So it is the positive one. So it will be positive. For y, it is parallel to positive y axis, and it is 4 meter here. It is parallel to y, positive y. So it will be 4. It is not raised above and below. So z component is 0. So let's have a look on the coordinates of C. So from origin, we will move where? We can move it like this. So this line is exactly lying on the positive y-axis. So the value of positive y is 4 meter. So we can write down the value of y-axis, and then you have to move here, this one. So it is 6 meter, and it is parallel to negative x-axis, you can see. So it will be minus 6. But the point is not raised above or below, so z component is 0. So let me talk about this D component, D coordinates. So this is D point. So how can we move on? We will move on the negative x-axis, and negative x-axis value minus 6. Then we have to move on parallel to negative y-axis. So it will be minus 4. And there is no z component because it is the point is not raised above or below that. So it is exactly lying between the minus x-axis and y-axis. So put it in your mind that point A is exactly lying in between minus y-axis and positive x-axis. And point B is exactly lying between positive x-axis and positive y-axis. Point C is exactly lies between minus x-axis and positive y-axis, and point D is exactly lies between minus y-axis and minus x-axis. So this is the way to calculate it. And for example, one thing is not given to here, but I'm giving to you that its z length is, for example, its length is 8 meter. So the coordinates of E will be 0 because it is exactly lying on the z axis. So it will be 0. Let me rub it. I have created the mass. So, oh my God, what I have done. So let me rub it. And for example, this will be 0, comma 0 plus 8 because the point is raised above the origin, not below the origin. So it is the one positive 8. So this is the way you should have to find out the coordinates. So let's go on another slide, and we can see what is happening over there. Now, this is again the question, but right now we are not concerned with that, how to solve this question according to the equilibrium of a particle principles. So what we have to do here, first we have to find out its coordinate. So where we are going to find out its coordinate, first of all, let me tell you, this is your origin. This is your origin, and this is 0, comma 0, comma 0. Now, you have to find the coordinates of A, B, and C. This will help you to understand more. Now for A, you can see over here, the lines are passes between the point A. So what we have to do? So at point A, what you are going to do, let me take another pointer color. and this is for example light blue. From origin, you have to move here on the positive negative y-axis. Okay, one thing more I will tell you. This is negative y. This is positive x. So this will be negative x. And this is positive y. So it is negative y. And this is positive z. And negative z will be the downward. So you can see for uh, to reach the point A, what we have to do, we can go from here to here and we can go from here to here. So when you move from here to here, so you are moving on the negative y-axis. When you are moving here, so you are moving parallel to x-axis. And this is parallel to positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis. So what you have to do, you have moved from this to this on negative y-axis. So the value for the this distance is given 1.5 meter. So we can easily put for point A that minus 1.5. We are not moving towards here. Then x value, we have to move it here. And how can we it is parallel to positive x-axis. We are moving here, not moving on the this side. So what you have to do, this distance is 0.5. So it should be positive one. 0.5. Now z is left. So the point is not raised above and below. So z will be 0. So 0.5 comma 1 minus 1.5 comma 0 are the coordinates of point A. So let's start with point B. Let's have a look. And I am taking dark blue color and what it will be. So for moving towards the point B, what we have to do, for example, I am moving towards here on the negative x-axis. When I move here on the negative x-axis, so I have to sort it out what is its distance from here to this here. So the x value will be, because this length is parallel to this one. So this one 1.5 and it is parallel to minus x-axis. So minus 1.5 you move it. So the point B coordinate will be minus 1.5. So when you move here in this direction, so this is parallel to minus y-axis. This is parallel to minus y-axis and the length will be equals to 1.5 plus 1 because this distance covers the distance 1.1 plus 1.5. So it will become, it is on negative 1, so minus 2.5. You have to sum up. And what about z? Obviously, this point is raised above. So this point's coordinates B is 2 meter for the z. This is. If somebody told you what? If somebody is going to tell you or asking you to find the coordinates of this point, so it is very easy. After finding this point B coordinate, so you can easily find out when you move from here to here, so it will be minus 1.5. And for this point, and what? Parallel to y-axis, minus 2.5, you have taken for the point B as well. And third point, because this point is not raised above and below, so z component will be 0. So this is the way you can easily find out. Now I am moving towards the next point, and that is next point is C. So let me take this color. And this is point C and you have to find out its coordinate. So how can you find it out? This is your origin. Where is your origin? So this is your origin and you have to move here for the point C. No, I'm not going from this point. I'm going from this point. You have to move here. And how much on the y-axis did you move? 0.5. And it is parallel to positive y-axis. Yeah, it is parallel to this length is parallel to positive y-axis. Yes, is it so? Yes, exactly. It is happening. So what we have to do? Laser pointer, I'm taking it. You can see over here 0.5 meter and it is this length. So what we have to do, we can easily write it down. Let me take ink color. Which color I do want to take it? This one. and green one. So when you move here till here, so you have covered the distance of 0.5 meter parallel to positive y-axis. So your value for the positive y-axis is 0.5 for this. So then what you have to do, you have to move in this way. So you are moving parallel to negative x-axis. So this value will be minus x and minus 1.5 because you have covered this distance, minus 1.5. Then what you have to do? You have to raise this point up because you have to move point C, and there is point C. So the Z component is 3.5, that is the positive one. If it is downward, if this point is downward and that is again 3.5 meters, so what will happen? So Z will be minus 3.5. And one more thing I want to tell you here, if you have to find out this point, so it is very easy for you right now because you have already find out point C. So your x or y remains same, but Z component will become 0. 0.5, comma 0. This is the way to find out the coordinates. After watching this slide and looking at it, how did I work out for finding out the coordinates for the 3D problem? So you will be able to find out how can you solve these types of question or how can you find out the coordinates. So let's take another example. And this is the same question on which you have to find out the coordinates and then what you have to run here. Let me tell you. How can we solve position vectors? So let's look here. Point A has coordinates what? What are the coordinates of point A? Point A coordinates are, this is origin and you have to move on the negative y-axis and it is minus 1.5 and on x-axis it is 0.5 and z-axis is 0 because we have already calculated. I'm just writing down the answers directly. So what it will be at B, what we have done, we have moved from here to here and it is on minus x-axis. So minus x-axis, so minus 1.5. Then we have moved here till here and it is minus 2.5. And this is raised, so it is positive 1, so this is 2. Now, we for point C, what will happen? You have to go there and it is you are moving on the positive y-axis, so y should be 0.5 and on the x-axis you are parallel to negative, so 1.5 minus 1.5 and on the z-axis this is positive 3.5. So now what we have to do, let's see. For the position unit vector, what we are going to do, ub equals to rb upon rb. So we are working for the ab. So this is both the points are starting from where you can see A to B and A to C. So you have the A to B direction. So you have to subtract from B to A. And here you have to subtract coordinates from C to A. So in this case, what we are doing for the A component, A and B. So minus 1.5 minus 0.5. You have to subtract minus 1.5, then minus 0.5, minus 2.5, minus plus 1.5. So you can see minus 2.5 minus 1.5 j component. And then this is 2 minus 0. So you can see 2 minus 0 k component. It has done directly. So I will tell you in the step wise in the next question because I have done calculations by myself in the form of handout. So I will show you that one on the PowerPoint layer slides. Now you can see this one the same squaring because it is taking a magnitude of this and you will get this in the form of ijk. You will get the u cap. Determine the magnitude of the result. Now for FBUB, what you have to do, you know the force FB is 600 Newton. So you have to multiply 600 Newton with the unit vector. So you will get the FB force in the Cartesian vector form. And for unit vector, RC upon RC, so what I have done, C, you have to solve C and A because both the forces are starting from the point A. So minus 1.5 minus 0.5, 0.5 minus 1.5, 3.5 minus 0, you can see. And then you have to take a square root of the square of this ijk separately, and what you have done, you have will get your unit vector for UC. Now what you have to do in this case, you have to put FC is equals to, as you have done in the force vector, so you will put FC UC here, and you will put the value of FC is 450, and you have to multiply it with minus 4 upon 9 I cap plus 4 upon 9 j cap plus 7 upon 9 k cap. And then you have to multiply it, and then you will get your force vector C in the form of ijk. And if you have to find out the resultant force, you just simply sum up Fr equals to Fb plus Fc. So you will get your resultant force. So this is the way actually you can find out the position example. So determine the magnitude of the resultant force. So first, the major issue is that if you done any issue or problem in finding the coordinates and you have taken wrong coordinates, so your answer, complete answer will be wrong. So let's have a look on the next question here. How can you find out the coordinates? So I think it is getting simpler after looking at 3 or 4 slides, and I'm solving how you can do it. So let's start at point B. How can you find out the point B coordinates? So let's take a look. You have to move here, and how much distance you have covered? You have covered 2 meter, and this is parallel to x-axis. So I can write down 2 here, positive 1. And when you move from here to here and it is positive 3, no, positive, not positive, because it is y positive and here it is my negative. So what you have to do, this will be minus 3. And this point is not raised above and below, so z component will be 0. So these are the coordinates of point B. And for C, you look here, you have to move from this origin and you are moving here and then you are coming here. So when you move this, cover this distance, so this is positive 3. And then you are moving toward the parallel to positive y-axis, this is 2. And there, this is not raised above or below, so comma 0. So this is the way to find out the coordinates. Now what you have to do, you have to find out one more thing. You have to find out the coordinates of A as well. So what are the coordinates of A? Actually this point is exactly lying on the z-axis. You can see positive z-axis. So your x and y components are 0 because you can easily write it down with your blind eyes. And when you are raised up, so it will be 6 meter above. So this is the way to find out the coordinates. Now you have to take differences of A to B and A to C. And the direction of arrow is towards the B. So you have to subtract from coordinates of A from B and coordinates of A from C. So in the 2 steps, what we have done earlier, you can see FB, magnitude of FB is given here, magnitude of FC is given here. So what you have to do, you have to find out the unit vector as we have done in the previous slide. Then you have to find out the forces in the Cartesian vector form. It's up to the problem statement, what is asking in the question. So you have to find it out accordingly. Let's have a look towards the next slide. This is 3D particle equilibrium example. Now what you have to do, you have to find out the first coordinate and then you have to do the same thing which we have done in the previous slides. So let me tell you how can you find out the coordinates. So you have to find out the coordinates of A. I already told you it is exactly lying on the z axis. So it is 0, 0, comma 6. For the point D, what are the coordinates? Let's have a look. You have to move on the negative x-axis, that is minus 3. It is parallel to 3. And when you have to move here, so this is minus 6 because this is negative y-axis. It is parallel to the negative. This one is positive. So this one is negative. So it will be minus 6. The point is not raised above and below. So it will be 0. So you have to find out the coordinates of point B. So you can see you have to move on the x-axis, that is parallel to 2 millimeters. So it is positive. Then you have to move positive y-axis parallel to positive, that is 3 meter. And the point is not raised above and below. So it will be 0. For the point C, what we have to do, let me take another pointer color because there is no proper space left. So when I will take different color, so it will be clear to all of you. So how can you take point C? You have to move from here, that is parallel to 2 millimeter on positive y-axis. So you have to write down 2 here, and then you have to move here on the back side, that is negative x-axis. So this is my parallel to minus 1.5. And the point is not raised above or below, so it will be 0. So the point is minus 1.5 comma 2 comma 0 for the point C. So now what you have to do, you have to subtract B from A, C from A, D from A, and then you have to sum up. So the tension in cable AB is given to you, determine the tensions in cables AC and D. So you have to find out the tensions in cables AC and DAD. So how can you find it out? It is written over here. You have to make the equation, then you have to sum up. Right now, what we are doing here, we were more concerned about the coordinates. How can we find it out? We will move towards the solution, proper numerical solutions. Let's have a look. This is the numerical here. So in this numerical, what I have done over here, you can see that the major issue is that the question is an elastic rubber band is attached to points A and B as shown in figure. Determine its length and its direction measured from A towards B. So direction is here. Actually, what is happening over here? There are the 2 points. This point, this point. And the rubber band is attached with these points. This is the rubber band that is attached with this point, these 2 points. This point is exactly lying between the x-axis and minus z-axis, and this point is exactly lying on the top here. And how can we find it out? Let's start with the point A coordinates. So when this is origin, for example, let me take red pointer. This is red one. Origin 0, comma 0, this one. So you have to move on the positive x-axis. So the distance is 1 meter, it is parallel to. And I'm calculating the point A coordinates. And then you have to go down, that is 3 meter. And downward is negative z. So there is minus 3. But there is no y component because it is not moving here or there. So y component is 0 here. Now at point B, you can find out the coordinates. How? You have to move from here there, that is 2 meter. And you are moving on the y-axis, positive y-axis. So y should be positive. Then you have to move parallel to minus x-axis. So that is minus 2. And then you have to move up, and that is positive 3. So this is the way you can easily find out the coordinates. And what you have to do, you have to subtract from B to A or A to B. So your force direction, look, if it is here, is this direction. So you have to subtract from B to A. And you will write here RAB. You will here write AB, RAB, and then but you subtract from B to A. So RAB, you will write it on. So minus 2 minus 1, then 2 minus 0, 3 minus 3 minus 3. Then you will get RAB in the Cartesian vector form. Then you have to find out its magnitude, minus 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square whole under root. Then you will get RBA, length of the rubber band, that is 7 meter. Then you have to find out the unit vector, R upon R minus 3 upon 7 I cap plus 2 upon 7, 3 minus 3 upon 7 plus 2 upon 7 plus 6 upon 7. Then in the form of IJK, so you have to take it in the cos alpha equals to 3 minus 3 upon 7 here, beta equals to cos inverse 2 upon 7, and gamma equals to cos inverse 6 upon 7. So you will get the coordinate direction angles. So this is the way to calculate. Actually, the major issue in these questions, you have to find out coordinates first, and then you have to solve the problems. So let's take another example, another numerical on it. So this is very simple question. Each and every step I have done over here. The cable exert forces FAB 100 Newton and FAC 120 Newton on the ring at A. At point A, you can see over here. So this is the cursor, this is the point A. And we have to find out its coordinates, point B coordinates and point C coordinates. And how can we find it out? Point A coordinates, obviously it is lying on the z-axis. So XY component 0 and Y height is 4 meters. So it will be 4 positive 1. This is your origin 0 comma 0. So you have to move here to here. So when you move here on the x-axis, so this is parallel to 4 meters, so x should be positive. And because B is exactly lined on the x-axis, so y and z will be 0. And let me talk for the C point. And C, you have to move from here. You are moving on the y-axis and it is 2 meters. So you have to write down positive 2. And then you have to move forward for the point C parallel to x-axis, and that is positive 4. And there is no upward and downward movement, so z component is 0. So you can see this is the way to find out the coordinates for it. So now what we have to do now, you have to work for the two. FAB is given to, the magnitude of FAB is given to you. FAC magnitude is also given to you. You have to subtract from B to A and C to A. So for the first, for AB, what you have to do, you have to take position vector RAB. So you have to subtract the coordinates of B from A. So you are doing so it here, and 4I plus 0 dot j minus 4k. So you will get the RAB position vector. Then you have to find out the magnitude of this position vector. Then you know the magnitude of FA is given to you, that is 100 Newton in the question. So 100 Newton should be multiplied with the unit vector RAB upon magnitude of 100 Newton multiplied with 4 upon 5.6 I minus 4 upon 5.6. You will get FAB in the Cartesian vector form. Simplify it. Then for FAC, so you have to subtract coordinates of 3 point from A, and you will get the magnitude of position vector RAC. And then you have to multiply unit vector of position vector into magnitude of FAC. Then when you will get the FAC in the Cartesian vector form, so you have to find out the resultant force. So how can you find out the resultant force? You have to sum up FAB plus FAC, you will get FR. This is the way. Then you have to find out the magnitude of FR by taking it under root, and then you can easily find out the coordinate direction angle by taking cos alpha equals to 150.7 upon 217 I cap plus cos beta equals to 40 upon 217, and cos gamma equals to minus 50.7 divided by 217. So you will get alpha beta gamma. So you will get all the complete solution of this numerical. Let's have a look. Step by step, you will get the solution. And in this question, what we are going to do, so you can see over here, you should also need to find out the coordinates first. So you can see xy component 0 for point A. Z will be 30, and you can see the coordinates of B will be what? So when you move from origin, this is the origin, you move upward, and upward movement is means X, no Z. So 6 feet positive, and then you are moving on the negative Y axis. It is negative Y. So that is -8 for point B. And then you are moving towards the X axis. So you will reach here point B. So what will happen? So this point will be X is 12 feet. So this will be the positive one because you are coming towards the positive X axis. And then what you have to do, you just need point A and point B because there is a force between, because a person is pulling this block or cord with a single cord. So but if you need to find out, for example, if in another question you have to find out these coordinates as well. So this coordinate origin 0 comma 0, 0 comma 0, and in the x coordinate, this point coordinates will be what? Let me, you have to move origin on the x axis, so x will be 12 feet, 12, x and z, y and z will be 0. For this coordinates, what you have to do, you have to find out, so you have to move up and here, so there is no x component, so 0 comma -8 comma +6. So if you have to find out its coordinates, this point coordinates, so it will be, you have to move on the only y-axis, negative y-axis, so it will be -0 comma -8 comma 0. There will be no z component. And if you need to find out this point here, so what you have to do, you have to move here on the minus y-axis and x, and you have to move forward on the x-axis, so 12 -8, or obviously there will be no z component. But you only need, let me rub all the maths here. So for this question, you just need only two coordinates, A and B. So these are the two coordinates you need to know. You need to find out. So let me write it down. Otherwise, you will calculate all the coordinates. So I don't want it. So this is 12 -8 comma 6, and A is equals to this point. So what we have to do, A and B. So RBA is equals to, so your direction is here. So you have to write down RAB here. RAB. RAB. So you have to subtract coordinates of B, A from B. So 12 minus 0, A -8 minus 0, 6 minus 30. So you will get Cartesian position vector. Then you have to find out the magnitude of the position vector. Then you have to find out the unit vector. And you have magnitude of force given in the question, that is 70 pounds. So you can put it and multiply it with the unit vector. So you will get your force in the form of Cartesian vector form here. And then you have to finally find out the coordinate direction angles. And how can you find it out? So obviously when you will get your Cartesian vector form, so 12 divided by 28 and -8 divided by 28 minus 24 divided by 28, so you will get able to get alpha, beta and gamma. There are some practice problems, you can do it yourself after watching this video. It will be helpful for you and it will be clear to all of you. So I am too much tired. It's midnight and I'm continuously working. If you have any query or any problem, so you should write it down in my chat box, in the comment box of my channel. And if you like this video, must subscribe it and must subscribe this channel, and you have to click on the bell notification. Thank you so much. Bye bye.